Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV, proudly backed by Ladbrokes for the season. New customer offer, bet £5, get £20 in free bet. Link in the description. Terms and conditions apply. I am here because Liverpool face off against Newcastle on Sunday at 4:30 at St James's Park. Rafa, Benitez, Jurgen, Klopp, Newcastle, Liverpool. Crap defence, great defence. Who are we talking about? I'm not 100% sure. No, but seriously, Liverpool have got a big game against Newcastle before we go into the international break. I'm here for the side I think Jurgen Klopp will put out against Newcastle and Rafa's Newcastle. I believe it'll be Simon Mignolet coming back in. I think every Liverpool fan knows that. Luis Carri's hasn't done anything to displace him as the number one, even though he talked about it in the build-up to the Spartak Moscow game. At right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I want to see Trent get another game at right back. He had a good game for me against Spartak Moscow. He managed to get down the wing, get a couple of crosses in. We should have scored from those crosses. Want to see a little bit more of that against Newcastle, side that I expect to go quite defensive, look to stifle us and maybe look to get something on the counter-attack. In defence and central defence even, we've got Joel Matip for me and Dejan Lovren, and left back, I would stick with Alberto Moreno in this game. And the reason is, I want to see this defence improve. And the only way for me that defences really improve is playing games together, developing the relationship, not only between the centre-back, but between the centre-half and the right-back, between this centre-half and the left-back. And really, only games of football against Premier League and European calibre and just professional games of football will improve that. You can do as much training on the training ground as you want, but games of football is where these relationships are forged, and that's what I want to see. And as such, I'd keep Jordan Henderson in the 6 role. I'd actually make a change to the midfield from against Spartak. I'll put Gini Wijnaldum in there with Phil Coutinho. And the reason that I put Gini Wijnaldum in there is he'll have something to prove against this Newcastle side. Their fans were laughing at how much Liverpool paid for Gini Wijnaldum, and he will have seen all that. They didn't think that he could perform as a central midfielder in the Premier League. Well, last season he did. He's had a good start to this season. I want to see him kick on. I want him to get that away goal. This is essentially was a home ground for him, so maybe today's the day, or Sunday's the day where he can get that goal. Phil Coutinho, I want to see him continue in that central spot, because him with Mane, Salah, Firmino, threading those balls, being decisive, picking the ball up deeper, looking to spread the play. That's what I want to see from Phil Coutinho. So he goes into the midfield. Right-hand side, dead easy for me. It's Mo Salah again. Roberto Firmino plays centrally and Sadio Mane plays on the left-hand side. Now, if you've watched the Uncensored Map build-up show, we had Gags from the Anfield Index and Nina Kauser from the Anfield Index as well. And they spoke about, this front three and playing with Coutinho, and we all spoke about it, and it was... we all think that we're on the cusp of greatness here with this front four. Now, there was a couple of viewpoints. I think it was Gag saying that, look, he looks tired and all that type of stuff. For me, push him on. This is the last game before the international break. If he's tired, let Brazil deal with that. We've got one more game to get out of Roberto Firmino before he takes a 2-week break, before we come back against Manchester United. I don't care how he does on international duty. I care about Liverpool getting the victory. And for me, Roberto Firmino is key to everything we do in an attacking sense. Mo Salah on the right-hand side, always looking dangerous. Probably a good shout for first goal scorer. Sadio Mane on the left-hand side. Strangely withdrawn after 60-65 minutes in the Spartak Moscow game. He should be fit, firing, fresh, ready to link up with Phil Coutinho, play another 1-2, look to create space, look to score goals. That's what I want to see. Now, because we haven't got the interactivity of the normal live shows, I'm going to pick first goal scorer myself. I've looked at odds before the show, and as of filming, Mo Salah is 4-1 to get the first goal in this game, and as such, he is my first goal scorer. Obviously, odds fluctuate. Check ladbrokes.com for all of those. But if you fancy a flutter, you fancy Mo Salah first goal scorer like me, then 4-1 says he's going to be the first goal scorer. That's the Liverpool side that I've predicted that Jurgen Klopp will put out this weekend against Newcastle. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It really does help. Let me know your starting 11s, your first goal scorers in the comment section below. Subscribe to the Redmen TV and check us out after the Newcastle game with all our post-match content, hopefully after a big victory against Rafa's Newcastle.